She's jealous. All women at work want me.
Okay.
I'm a PIMP.
Same as that.
Oh, you already got us?
Okay. So I realized that you may have never been snowboarding before. I know at least one of you have, but you may not have been snowboarding before. But just imagine you're a young teen and you've been dreaming about going to hit the slopes your whole life. And all of a sudden it's that day. Now, through my own experience and a couple expert opinions, I'm going to explain to you how to have a safe and enjoyable time when you're snowboarding. Now, in this speech I'm going to be discussing a few different categories. I'm going to be discussing a brief history of snowboarding, choosing the proper equipment, and strategies for success. Now, in 1965, Sherman Poppin invented the snurfer, which I know it's a funny name. But basically what it was is two ski poles that he strapped together, and he made it for his daughter so that she could go down the hill a little bit more easier. But that's the basic design for the original snowboard. And then in 1970, Dmitry Milovich, by sliding on cafeteria trays, you know the little cafeteria trays you got in the cafeteria at school? It'd be kind of funny to imagine someone trying to go down one of those on the hill. So he started out that way. And he was from New York and he was a surfer, so he basically took a snowboard and tried to design it after a surfboard. Then in 1980, they finally got ski technology applied to a snowboard, so it was more like skis and that kind of stuff, so it would go down the hill properly and that was done by a guy named Jack Burton. In 1982 was the first international snowboard race, and it was located in outside of Woodstock, Vermont, and this race was more of like a survival thing than it was a race because it ended up being a steep icy kamikaze drop. Like it just was almost straight down, and the slope was called the Face. In 1985, only 39 of 600 resorts allowed snowboards, and then in 1994, snowboarding became an Olympic sport. Okay. Now, when you go snowboarding, you got to choose the right equipment. Now, you have three basic parts to your equipment. You got the snowboard, you got the boots, and the bindings. Now, imagine you're going down the hill, all of a sudden your foot pops out of the boot. What are you going to do? You're in trouble because you're going like 15, 20 miles an hour. You're going to wipe out, you're going to get hurt. So you got to make sure your boots fit properly. You don't want too much movement in your heels and stuff like that. And you want to also make sure that they're not too tight that you cut up the circulation, that kind of stuff. Now, your boots look something like this. You just want to make sure that they fit kind of like a sneaker, but not loose like some people wear their sneakers, but you want them to fit properly. Yeah, not too tight. Then you got bindings. I don't have any bindings here right now, but you got two type of bindings. You got step-in bindings. The boots will have two little metal posts on the side that snap right into the binding, or you got click-in bindings that attach over the top and they click in. Then you got your board. You got several different sizes of board. You got a normal size board, which pretty much reaches between your chin and nose. Then you got some people like tall boards that go faster, and then you got shorter boards down here. Basically, depending on what you want to do. If you want to do tricks, you want a smaller board so you can whip it around more easily, and that kind of stuff. If you want to go fast, you want a bigger board. Okay. Now, you got two different stances when snowboarding. You got regular, which is your left foot in front, and then you got goofy, which is your right foot in front. Now, if you've never been skateboarding or anything, it might be kind of hard to figure out whether you're goofy or regular. So you're going to have to feel it out, figure out what's comfortable for you and that kind of stuff. Now there's a few basics when it comes to snowboarding. When you steer your snowboard, you steer with your front foot. Now, you want to make sure that you use your front foot, like I said, to steer. Now, to go towards the toe side, you're gonna lift your heel. You're gonna raise your heel up, and it's gonna cause you to go in this direction. If you raise your toe, it'll cause you to go this direction, and you wanna make sure you shift your body weight accordingly. Also, when you're going down the slope, if you're going straight and you're going down the hill, make sure you ride like this. If you ride this way or to the side, you're going to turn or something. Or if you turn this way and you cut the toe of your board going down the hill, you're going to end up face planting. So you want to make sure you always try to keep level, and you only want to lean either way if you're trying to turn, that kind of stuff. Okay, so a few little miscellaneous things you need to know when you go snowboarding. You want to make sure you relax. You don't want to get frustrated, and you want to take your time, because it's not an easy process. It doesn't just happen overnight. You're not going to be able to do all those 360s and 540s that you see on TV just for your first time going. And no matter what, just have fun. And in conclusion, just remember, snowboarding can be a very, very fun, but make sure you take the right precautions. And I just want to wish you good luck and happy snowboarding.